Hello everybody, Chris Wood here. Welcome to my channel. For anybody that may or may not tune in, see these, hopefully they do, and it is shared. What I'm doing is very serious and very important. I am the victim of identity theft. I am the victim of serious brain injury. I am the victim of serious body damage. I am the victim of medical blacklisting, torture, sex assault, kidnapping, and attempted homicide. For speaking of Ontario Provincial Police crimes back in 2019, I was also shot by the ex-O.P.P chief, who is now the High Commissioner of O.P.P, the police. So I've been going through this for 3 years, medically blacklisted, not being able to get any medical help, medical treatment. There's been serious lies against me to prevent me help, including even having a justice of the peace make accusations against me stating that I was high on marijuana and hallucinating being sodomized. I am 50 years old and I am the victim of identity theft, and it is done to me through O.P.P and through their boss, co-offender, sex offender, William Bill Wooldridge, 149 Center Street North. He is Hells Angels Ontario chapter leader. He is a rat informant. He is highly psychotic, highly delusional. I am the end of my bloodline. This piece of shit was stalking my mother and calling her mom because he was told so through O.P.P that he and I were switched at birth. I am 50 years old. He is 71, 72 years old. There is no possible way. He is no relation in any way, shape, or form. He's highly psychotic, highly delusional. Back in 2019, I was shot in the ear by the ex-chief. And that's when all my problems began. All the lies, the time buying, the cover-ups, the arrest refusals, except for on me, to deflect their crimes in an attempt to criminalize me. I have been seriously, my red lung has been seriously damaged. My kidneys have been damaged. My insides are being destroyed. I have people using remote neuro monitoring on me. They are all a bunch of drug addicts and money paid co-offenders with and for O.P.P who are using this and passing it around and doing this to me, numbing me down to dumb me down on a daily basis in hopes that I cannot remember what has happened to me, in hopes that I do not bring charges, in hopes that I do not bring criminal civil lawsuits for the crimes against me through the police, through the doctors. All I did was speak up of police crimes, the human homeless trafficking out of the Morning Star mission here in Napanee, and the homeless exploitation taking place in other crimes, and as a result, I became a victim. My skull has been seriously deformed. I am the end of my bloodline, like I said, and my identity is done. And done to me by Tyler Lake, a piece of shit who is probably not any more than 30 years old. Jay BANALSTINE, who is a junkie crackhead hanging out with Ray Ray, the guy on East Street that has the Deafway pit bull. That's where they're all hiding out doing this shit to me, and all they need is a cell phone, Wi-Fi, and computer. And Blair Hardy. I was sold to these pieces of shit for O.P.P revenge for my identity theft, so I could take a fall for this piece of garbage. They also had my mother stalked and murdered back in 2020 through Billy Wooldridge and Blair Hardy. So you are guilty of murdering my mother. You are guilty of an entire fucking identity theft. You are guilty of murdering an entire bloodline, Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police, and the doctors here that co-commit and aid in your crimes and cover-ups committing with criminal negligence and intent against your victims. Dr. Tatiana V., Stacy's girlfriend, aka Margie V., the one that falsifies files and gets their victims medically blacklisted. Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. Barton, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. McGregor, Dr. Waldron, Triage Nurse Terry, Triage Nurse Tanya, Triage Nurse David, and Paladin Security are all involved. And others at the hospital as well, including having me kicked out to prevent me getting help and helping buy time, having me falsely arrested to deflect their crimes against me for wanting them arrested and charged for 3 damn years for crimes which I have been proven and can prove. Let this be a lesson. Anybody that's been involved with Lennox and Addington O.P.P, fight it because there is nothing legal about them. They are 100% criminal. They are 100% terrorists. Nobody in this town is arrestable except for their victims, and the only reason they do it is to human traffic, or either that or you were an intended murder victim. Simple as that. Right, Spencer Mills? Right, Staff Sergeants? Right, Shannon CORK? Right, Robert Lucas, Robert Kane, surrounding people hands on guns to prevent anything legal on them, on cops and doctors and their co-offenders, on their boss, Billy Wooldridge, or anyone else. No, I have no feeling or stimulation in my fucking head anymore. I've been seriously damaged that bad and not being able to get any help. I am being treated like a puppet. I am being treated like a damn game. I am also now 100% illegal OPP surveillance through this remote neural monitoring. It has completely and totally destroyed my fucking central nervous system. It's completely and totally destroyed my fucking brain, my body. Right now, I'm being broadcasted through by Tyler Lake. I'm starting to really even lose recognition of my true self. So you're fucking doing your job, you bunch of meth fed motherfucking garbage, and that's exactly what you are. But now I'm gonna make that phone call. I'm gonna get some badge numbers, and I want this to be publicly done on public record because everything against me has been revenge retaliation from day one. Everything illegally done to me, no criminal record or history until I was falsely charged in an attempt to criminalize me and give me one so they could justify and get away with the crimes against me. You've done everything to destroy my life. You've done everything to destroy my body. You've done everything to mentally and medically fuck me in every way, shape, and form. Well, by in time, because that's exactly what you do and that's exactly what you're good at. But now, this is pretty much done. And if I share any DNA with any Wooldridge, your piece of shit at 149 Center Street, or any Hardy, or any VANALSTINE, or any Lake, or anyone else involved, there is going to be even more serious fucking consequences. So yes, I am in the process. I want Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police charged, arrested, and charged, or at least recognized for being the murderers that they are, the human traffickers, the drug traffickers, the sex offenders. I want this publicly done that I have Whether this does me any good or not, I still want this all done on public record, and these pieces of garbage need to be recognized for what they are. And I am not gonna let you, may you get away with this, but I'm not gonna let you get away with murdering my mother, you fucking pieces of shit. Doing this to me in hopes to get away with it. Fuck you, you terrorist. You're lucky nobody in this town is arrestable. You're lucky it cost $22,000 for William Wooldridge to be arrested through O.P.P. That's right, $22,000 for his arrest here in Napanee. This is how protected he is. And they're doing these crimes against the poor, homeless, elderly, disabled, ones on low income, ones that can't fight them illegally. Then once they cast their damn lies against their victims, you know that they're fucked. I have air and everything else going through my body, and I'm being completely and totally numbed down and destroyed for a bunch of psychotic. Everybody outside right now, a lot of noise. Everybody's outside protesting or they're picketing because of teachers' strike here in Canada. So it's been seriously noisy day around here, especially because I live where I live. But I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna phone O.P.P and I'm gonna see if I can get some badge numbers. And I want this publicly done because I do expect revenge retaliation from them for doing this. I expect it 100%, and it will probably happen over the weekend.
Ontario Provincial Police. If you are calling from a rotary phone, please remain on the line and your call will be answered. If you require immediate police assistance or are reporting an incident, press 1 now. If you would like to speak with someone at the detachment, press 2. If you would like to hear this message again, please remain on the line. If you require immediate police assistance or are reporting an incident, press 1 now. If you would like to speak with someone at the detachment, press 2. If you would like to hear this message again, please. 1 moment, please. LNA County O.P.P.
Yes, I was wondering if I could get some information.
What kind of information are you looking for?
I am actually looking for names and badge numbers of some officers.
Okay. Okay, what is it from, like one specific occurrence or?
There's been many.
There's been many.
Yep.
Okay, so you have like 8 or how am I gonna look this up?
I just need the badge numbers of these officers. That's all I'm asking for.
Yeah, you just said names and badge numbers. So how am I supposed to know which officer?
Sorry. I do have their names. I meant their badge numbers. I apologize for that. That's my mistake.
Okay. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, so what's the first officer?
Shannon CORK.
Okay, she is 11138.
11138.
Yeah, so there's 3 1s and then 3 8.
Okay, thank you. Robert Kane.
7225.
7224. Okay. Now there's 2 staff sergeants, and one was working in 2019. He's a young guy. I'm not sure his name. He's approximately 30 years old. And there's also another one that was in 2021 staff sergeants.
He's actually had quite a few, and just descriptions like that I would be able to pinpoint it.
Well, he was back in 2019, and the other one was there in 2021, and he's an older guy, and he has grayish kind of goatee hair.
No, I'm not sure you're talking about there.
Well,
like I said, we've had quite a few in the past couple of years, so it's really hard to say. I can't just go by description.
Well, other than the one that's there right now, then how many others has there been?
Like in the past couple of years, we have had quite a few. I don't know how many exactly, but we have had quite a few.
Wow. Okay. I'm just asking. I'm not looking for an argument.
Yeah, I'm not at all. I'm just explaining. I can't.
And okay. I'm not gonna argue. I'm not looking for trouble or nothing like that. So okay, I need the ex-chief. He left back in 2019. I believe it was.
I'm not sure who you're talking about. We don't have a chief.
I know you don't. I said ex-chief. You have a commissioner now, but you did have a chief.
A chief? We don't have a chief.
Yeah, you did back in 2019, or he was the commissioner or something. An older bald guy. He drove a white Jeep Wrangler. So yeah, he was there.
Sir, I'm not sure who you're talking about. We don't have a chief. We don't have anybody with that rank.
You did. You used to.
There's never been that rank.
Well, I'm sorry, but there has been either that or he was the commissioner, and now he's gone. And that was back in 2019.
The commissioner? We don't have a commissioner in Athenry.
Okay, I will find out this information elsewhere. Thank you very much for your time. You hear that? Nothing but a bunch of bullshit run around. They conveniently do not know any staff sergeants, and they conveniently do not have any ex-chief or any chief or even a commissioner with that rank. I hope that was heard. So, more bullshit run around trying to fucking stall everything. I will one way or another find out this information, including the staff sergeants that was with Shelley HAFFNER the day I was arrested, or the day that they kidnapped me, and the day that Spencer Mills showed up and intended to murder me on that day. And I say that without paranoia. He had every chance. I had to beg to be put in the staff sergeant's truck or SUV. The one that they say that they've had many. Yeah, they've had many is because they've been bringing in cops and doing a lot of switching around since all of this started, because they know just the kind of legal shit that they're in. So I am going to one way or another find out this information, and I am still going to proceed with everything. So, one way or another, I'm gonna get the information that they say that they do not have in an attempt to just not give it to me, thinking that I'm stupid. So if anything happens to me because of that phone call, it will be 100% revenge retaliation, and they do have caller ID. They know exactly who they were talking to. So beware, everybody. This is the weekend. It's when it's most dangerous around Napanee. What the hell? What the fuck's on my chin? Oh. One way or another, and even Billy Wooldridge, Blair Hardy, Tyler Lake, Jay VANALSTINE, Ray, and the rest, you're not going to get away with what you're doing to me. You are going to be arrested one way or another, and you are going to be charged for attempted murder, and you will be charged for murdering my mother. You will be charged for the damages you've done to me. Just because you work with for or own O.P.P, that does not make you above any laws, and it does not make them above any laws either that they are guilty of. Watch yourselves, watch your children, human sex trade, slavery, trafficking, selling children to pedophiles and adults to sex offenders, using remote neuromonitoring for illegal invasive surveillance on their victims so they can have sexually spy on their victims. And that's what they're doing. They're using this because it works on a central nervous system and helps them to invasively see through a person's eyes. And they hear everything I hear. And every time a certain person named Jay VANALSTINE uses remote neuromonitoring over a Ray's on me, all I smell is shit. And I have piss going through me, their urine. And like I said earlier, if I share any DNA with any of you pieces of garbage involved with this, you're going to be seriously more fucked than what you realize. And that is no threat. No threat in any way, legally, not for anything else. I am not the criminal here. You are. So I got Spencer Mills's badge number 14716. The ex-chief that they say that they don't have, or commissioner, which is a lie, unless they've conveniently changed it. Shannon CORK, Robert Kane. And I also have to get SHELLEY HAFFNER because you gotta pay for my kidnapping, and you will. Be safe, everybody. Chris Wood, love all, hate none. Hit that like, share, subscribe. Any questions, comments, leave it down below and I will answer. I gotta get off here because I am in serious pain right now. The whole right side of my head is throbbing like a son of a bitch because it feels like there's air going through my head and blowing it up like a balloon on my right side right now. And I'm in serious pain. So I hope this is shared because this is very serious and important. And one way or another, O.P.P, I will get those badge numbers, and I will and am going to proceed with having you charged or at least recognized for being murderers and the criminals that you actually are, and how you are truly going about doing it and getting away with it. You're human trafficking, you're using badges, positions, credentials, lies, false guise of law, doctors to help co-commit and cover your crimes, to assure them, especially here in Napanee, and especially who it's being done to, the ones that cannot afford to get help against your crimes. Be safe, everybody. Watch yourselves and your children, especially if you live in this area. Love all, hate none.